top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Manning to the air again. Under fire. At the 45 on his way. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, Manning. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The corners are walked up tight. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Motion from the back. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Back has it. There's some room. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
Football is very easy when the offensive line does their job like that. I mean, look at those holes. Back able to make a cut. 1st down.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Makes a grab and room to run. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got him downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Manning. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Here's a heat. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, Longhorn! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
And the extra point was good. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Direct snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. The short hands, it's Lofton. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. So that'll do it here in the 1st half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Manning with the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
They tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with a sack.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice. Just nullifying that run altogether.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throwing Ncaa27. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Canes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, ready.
They'll send the back in motion. Here's Arch to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
And we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Pringle. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the wildcat there.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Looking to convert, they'll go to the wildcat. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the wildcat formation pays off. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. They knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead. You've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Running inside, it's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Canes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the two-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Simon. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Arch Madness. Looking left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it. There are certain games that get the juices flowing. And when you have number 1 versus number 2, it'll send a shiver up your spine. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this. This is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Julian with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Sends it back in motion. On the snap, it's Smith. Maybe some room here. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Down, ready. 129, 129. Ready, go.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now facing a 3rd and long. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive, just letting this defense know we're coming to score points.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
22-90 Mountain. 22-90 Mountain. Hey, move.
The run inside. It's Jackson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll go to the counter. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
I love when offenses are stubborn and they run the football. That's a really good thing. Those are body blows that sometimes throughout a game can lead up. But the offensive line, they got to pave a little bit better room. Like, there needs to be a little bit more room so this guy can break free and get in the open field, try to make a play. Now it's 3rd and 6, so now probably a passing situation.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Throwing more. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. On the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to rake on the ball, force the incompletion.
Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Here's Julian saying to throw. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. Shakes a man, and he might take off. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. And everybody has been waiting on this one. Number 1 against number 2. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone. It's Davison. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. coverage there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Davidson. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Moore to throw. On the move to his left. He's going to run it.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
They'll go play action with Moore. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Moore. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Trying play action. Now rolling to the left. Blasted as he lets it go. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Gonna run it. It's Davison. Here's a little room there. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Motion from the wide receiver. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Say it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running the red zone, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dante Moore escapes the pressure going right. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Say it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Jackson. And they'll knock him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the right. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State in the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
And they're able to make the tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that first down.
Corner's going to give them room. Quick handoff. Got room to... Might have a chance. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Throwing, say it. Moving out to the right. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Complete. Plows through the defense. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He'll keep it on second down. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
In this offense, they like their quarterback running these QB-designed runs like you saw right there, but the defense, they're going to light up every time they see him tote the rock. They know they've got an opportunity to lay a hit on him and create a takeaway like they did right there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they...
A shot toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! Extra point here will tie the game.
Well, it's been a tale of two quarters, I think, safe to say. And for this offense, they were sleepwalking a little bit early in the first quarter, but they've come alive now in the second quarter. They've made some plays. You can see them playing with a totally different confidence, a totally different sense of urgency, and they feel right now, David, like they're unstoppable.
And the game just completely flipped, wasn't it? Like, it was kind of crazy. It felt like this was going to be a blowout, and then all of a sudden you rattle off a couple touchdowns. We got a great game, kind of back and forth. Now, which team can keep the momentum? Can get their offense and defense playing right at the same time?
The give to the tailback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Moore throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Makes the grab. It's Bear. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
Throwing more. Got the quick pass. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. 4th down, Moore. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down. Opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's Sayin to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Picks up the first down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive, and he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score points here at the end of the half.
Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Smith. And they swarm him under. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. All wideouts, no bats. Here's more to throw. Finds his tight end. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He's got the back in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down.
Freeze, freeze! Right! Booster, booster! Go!
4th down, say it. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got some room to run. The pick 6. He takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers now. Obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go, ready? Go, 22. Western, go!
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State been built on toughness. They've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
I mean, so many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The run inside. It's Jackson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. On the ground, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dante Moore. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! That one will give them the lead. What a run for this playmaker to just elude the defense and get in for the score.
And I tell you what, defensively, you can't let this guy get on the edges. You cannot give up contain. With your defensive ends, you got to stay outside. You got to make sure you know this guy's going to scramble and try to make plays, and you got to make sure you keep him in the pocket.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Say it. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Sayed. Floats it out in space. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Spits it out to the back. On target. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just check downs or screens or swing route.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's running free down the middle. Scoop and scored. Touchdown. Ducks.
Oh, and that is a backbreaker for the offense. You're trying to drive down the field here in the second half to keep this thing close, and you cough it up. And not just that, David. It's a defensive touchdown now, starting to blow this game open.
So starting to get some separation, and here's the thing about this defense, man. It's one thing to create turnovers and to create extra possessions. This is another thing to know what to do with it when you get it. And they scoop it, had a plan, look at them run it all the way to the house and add to their lead.
And he's going to try to return this one. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And now on second down for this offense. Say it. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty.
Here we go. Ready. Hey, move. Now the level.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Sweep. Ready, go.
Saying from the gun on third down. Finds the big tight end. Goes down immediately, but that's just what they needed. It'll be a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Saying back to the air. Gets open down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Throwing, say it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Buckeyes with an answer.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. it back, and here comes the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moore. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
All the way back to the 15. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown, Buckeye! Special teams coming through, the third aspect of the game, delivering big time.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Fires to the tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on second and 4. Throwing more. Quick strike complete. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon. They move on top here in the fourth. The Ducks with the answer.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Here's Sayin to throw. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
And you practice the 2-minute drill all week long, and you dream about making those big plays. And how about this defense coming up big, shutting down this offense? The offense has a chance to go make this a game, maybe go win the football game, and the defense does their job, does their part, makes the big safety, and now receiving the football and putting one nail in the coffin.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. He breaks a tackle, finding some room. Completely shot a bolt of energy. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. EA Sports College Football continues our coverage with a top 5 showdown in this one. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you guys.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes a handoff. It's Martin. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move. Got enough for the first. Maybe a crease. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, you don't need to be an absolute blazer to have success running the football as a QB. You just need to know where to pick your spots, finding holes, reading blocks, falling forward. This quarterback does all of it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Under fire. He's going to be a little short. It'll be 4th down from the 44.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Using his legs, it's Young. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that 2nd down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Going to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Carr. With the catch, it's Gilbert. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. On the option. He'll toss it. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Carr on play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And they did tack on the extra point. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll get rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
So now it's second and long. Running inside, it's Richard. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground and he gets north fast.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Here's the give off the left side. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Running to Green. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
At the 42. That's a first down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground, he's got it again. Got a little grass. Makes it past the marker. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Preston. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wideout. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Richard. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, you saw the speed on defense on that play. It's 3rd and short. They're trying to go toss, but the defense's ability to go east-west and really scrape down the line of scrimmage, get to the ball carrier for a tackle for loss now setting up 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking down the middle. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the 2nd effort, getting the extra yards and getting the 1st down.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Beebe. He's going for the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So a drive there of 84 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires left. Complete downfield. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now on first down from the 30. Tight end now in motion. Throwing. Carr. Here's the pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
That it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give is to Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The Hoosiers take their first time out. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here's Carr to throw. He's going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
Quarterback may change this route. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Rushes on him. And he never had a chance.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Makes the catch and he's free. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26 and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Zings it complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Really, really smart job by your QB. Knowing exactly what's going on, knowing the situation. It's 3rd down, man. Survey the field, but don't force it. Don't make a mistake. Let your guy do the work. Great job dropping it off to the running back. He does the rest. Move the sticks and get a fresh set of downs.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Pulls it in, it's Becker. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Into the end zone for 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Porter. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. One more snap coming before halftime. Carr. Under fire. It's complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Hoosiers take their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. He shanked it. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Looking for space. It's Beebe. There he goes. Touchdown, Indiana! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. 1 snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! Rolled his way into the end zone.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Boy, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sidelines going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Porter. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Throwing, Carr. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Caught by Williams on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Going to the run, it's Williams. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me fourth down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Play fake. Carr. Here's a heat. Still looking for Matt. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here.
Ready. Wide. Ready, go.
Here's Carr to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
It is perfect. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's Richard. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now on the move. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Back to throw, it's Hoover. Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield. And now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Carr. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And it's just been that kind of day for this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
I think that play right there has been a
boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
As I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game, he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll go right back to the run. Could be an alley. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense, usually.
Caught, and he's got room. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Handoff, Durham running left.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Levitt. Good timing on the quick out. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And Reese, obviously you were talking about this guy earlier, and listen, you don't have to overthink this thing on offense, right? Just get our best playmaker the football as often as we can, and there they do a really good job.
Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And we're not surprised, right? Finding the big fella down in the red area. Like the power forwards, those guys that basically set up shop, rebound, go get it. You know if somebody's on, they can still make the catch. A lot of times they say quarterback's best friend, tight end, especially in the red zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's going to bring this one out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's the start you need on offense, right? The opening drive of the game, your defense allows a touchdown, so you got to come out firing, and it's good news to see the quarterback dialed in. Good read, good timing, accurate throw. It's a big-time completion, but still work to be done. This offense obviously would like to answer that touchdown with one of their own.
Picks up the first down. Ball is loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Throwing Manning. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Handoff, Caden Durham. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Back to pass, it's Levin. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. This is a designed run. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. The Tigers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks, and getting the 1st down.
The give to Caden Durham. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. They're working that left side. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete on the right side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Caught. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Levitt. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they marched the ball 41 yards on that drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's Manning to throw. He fires to the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the grab. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Arch is going to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Now here's Manning. He's got the tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
To throw, Manning. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got room at the 35. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense is really doing a good job right now.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You're not going to fool this guy on the running back screen. They're trying to invite him up the field, rushing the passer, but he saw it too soon. He was able to stop in his tracks, locate the running back, get outside, and make a tackle. That is a very heads-up play that time by the DN.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Manning from the gun on third down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got enough for the first. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half, so they take a vertical shot.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's a give to Durham. Fights off a defender. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Out of the end zone. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
First down, right back to Brown. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Manning. Scrambling away. Makes the catch. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. A give to Brown. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On first down, it's Brown again. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Hand off for Brown. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take
There's a crease. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harris. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Turning it on! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Makes the grab in their space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Levitt. Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know, they say you make your own luck. Not always.
No, and that is so frustrating for a defense. When you get your hand on the ball and make a play and they get the bounce, it's so frustrating. You got to put that behind you. They got the first down. They got a good break. We'll get the next one.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Here's a give to Durham. And the ball squirted out. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now, the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Sets up the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the 4th quarter gets underway. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, trying to find his man. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. One more time, it's Brown. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Trying to quiet this crowd. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
This game right now is hanging in the balance. It's tight. It's close. Tied here in the fourth quarter. One play can change everything, and that was a throw that the quarterback wishes he could have back.
Handoff. Durham running left. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On first down, it's Durham again. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give to Caden Durham. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To the air, it's Levin. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the fourth. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. told us this crowd is not going to fade away, and they're rising up now. Here's Arts to throw. Dances away to buy time. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Handoff, Caden Durham.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caden Durham again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Back to throw, it's Levin. Looking to the big tight end. He's open on the right. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
They'll run it. It's Durham. There's some room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Arch Madness. Pressure coming, and it's a sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and try and preserve as many seconds as you can.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a